Hey, Arcturus here. Today we're looking at LEGO's Holiday Main Street set 10308, and it builds a nice little main street for the holidays. It's a nice Christmas themed set, and as that's coming up, I thought it would be a good one to do. It's also was recently on sale and might still be on sale. I believe it is going away this year, so if you do want it, it's one you should pick up. But over this holiday season, if you're together with friends or family and you want to build a Lego set together, this is a nice one. Each part of the build has its own separate instruction booklet. So if you have up to four people can be working on it at one time very easily. It can be a fun thing to do with your friends or family over this holiday season. You could also add two more people if needed. That would be a little difficult because the instructions would be in the same booklet. The top two sections of the buildings are in separate bags, so you could have somebody working on those as well. It's a nice small set that just kind of gives this nice holiday scene as several minifigures, all in the traditional Lego yellow. So it's quite a fun set. I'm just going to remove this box here for now so we can take a better look at it. These are not modular buildings, they're just the front faces. You also get a nice little Christmas tree with some presents underneath, which you can see here. It goes together quite nicely. It makes a nice little Christmas section there. You have a nice front part of Main Street where you could use it as the stop for the tram, but you could also just use it as part of the sidewalk for the Main Street. It has a nice little mailbox here with a letter in it. There are some stickers in the set, such as here on the side of the mailbox and the Main Street sign here, but the clock pieces are actual clock pieces, and they're all decorated with nice bits of berries and holly there. So the buildings do have the open backs. You get some nice little signage there and some Christmas themed stuff on the inside. You have a toy store and a music shop. They unfortunately don't fit together and they don't have backs, but for setting a kind of like Christmas scene, it works very well. You get another small Christmas tree in the one building, as well as a little desk with a writing with a list here and some drawers and all that sort of stuff. The bed was actually quite interesting. It's those bent blocks. I think I can actually easily take it out. It's just these kind of wavy style blocks and just attached onto that side there to give kind of some texture to it, which I thought was very nice. Unlike the modular buildings, the buildings don't really separate well. It's just plates on full studs, as opposed to with the modular buildings where you might have more smoothed off sections so you can separate the layers. But because they're open back, it's not a huge issue there. You have a nice little toy store here with some like building stuff, a train set in the window, a nice robot, and some little smaller train pieces. And you have a nice front of the shop with some holiday decorations and windows for people to peer through, and a nice little bluebird here as well. So, off to the side. Then we have our music store. You have a couple different instruments, such as the saxophone, the drums, guitar, and I believe a violin. And has that same front style here with one window and a nice door and some pillars and some awning pieces here. These do connect here with this brick section, so it kind of holds them at the same angle, so you don't have to worry about those shifting, and some nice little lamp sections as well. Of course, it's got snow on the top, much like the other building. A small section here on top with some milk and cookies by candlelight, or tea and cookies. Since there's the teapot here as well. Nice little small kitchen section with some cabinets, and probably I would consider this an oven, but you could also consider it a microwave. Some nice little newspaper clipping in there and some stuff for former band member, I would imagine. So a nice little Christmas front there. And then you have the tram, which I thought was quite nice. This one, the lid does come off and is tiled off here on the top, and it just kind of rests on top there. Some stickers, of course, on this, such as these banners. On the banner on the other side here as well, which is for the music store, and this one is for the toy store. So it's kind of nicely connected there on the set. You do have a nice seating area here for anyone traveling. And you do have these poles here, so you could attach a minifigure by their hand holding onto the side. You do have some additional seating here Or if you want, you can also attach a motor to this, and it is supposed to fit on the tracks. Now, it's not anything I know about. I don't have any of those motors or anything, so I haven't done that, but it does have instructions in one of the booklets, specifically the tram booklet. And it does have a nice instruction section on where that would go. And it would just go, and it kind of lets you hook all the wires in and everything. And those just go behind the seats there, which does kind of tighten up the space in the tram, but also you don't have to fill it as is normal. So it's a nice, I quite like the little tram. You could also use it as kind of an old style rail car if you wanted to, although it is rather Christmas themed, so that might not work as well, but it is of course up to you and what you want to do with your Lego set. So there are several minifigures in the set. So here we have the toy store owner. They're all the standard yellow, as I mentioned earlier, and come with some hair pieces and relatively simple figures, but for a set like this where it's kind of just generally holiday themed, I think that's a-okay. The set was on sale recently, so you may be able to still pick it up at a discount when you're watching this, or it may have gone away. Here we have the music store owner with some suspenders and a tie, and he has a singular face print. And then we have the conductor in a nice conductor's uniform with pocket watch. It reminds me very much of the Polar Express movie, which was an excellent movie, which I'll probably watch again this year. It's a nice, fun Christmas movie. And he, of course, does not have a secondary face print since he just has the cap. And then we have a small tourist family of 3 people. So here we have one with a hat and hair, and that's a nice large hairpiece. And that this one does have a secondary face print and is carrying 2 suitcases. We'll put that back on. There we go, with a nice smiling face. And then we have a second here with a pink sweater and a smiling face and a laughing face, also carrying 2 suitcases. Then we have a young child here in blue jacket with blue pants and a hat, and he does also have a secondary face print there. And you can rearrange any of these heads as you wish, although I do think this head is more childlike than the rest of them since it's got that kind of missing teeth grin there, but you can probably swap those around as you want. This was a nice Christmas themed set, especially for coming up on the winter holidays, as we are almost there. As of posting this, we should be in December. So it's a nice winter Christmas themed set. If you do want it, as I mentioned, it's on sale, or was on sale very recently. It probably will be again, as I believe the set is going away at the end of the year. I believe the set is retiring at the end of the year. That's all I have for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you next week with another video.